Hi guys, it's Michael. Off to a shelter where people are hopefully staying safe from the fires. And I just wanted to swing by and just see if they are there, if there's people at the shelter that have evacuated the Palisades fire, and if they're there with their pets. I'm gonna go and actually hand out some no more drama to the pet parents if they are there. Hi guys, hi everybody. Hippie, Ozzy, Amanda, Nancy, Kings. It's good to see you guys. So I thought what I would do right now is I'm going to head over to a shelter where they are allowing people to go that are been evacuated from the fires, and it's up not too far from us. So at first I thought I was gonna have to like see if I could go into Palisades, but the all the streets are blocked off and all that. And then I found out that the shelter is actually fairly close to us. And so I'm on my way there. It's just horrific what's going on once again with these California wildfires and people losing their homes. It's horrible. Our skies are, right now it kind of looks like the sun's on me, but really there's a lot of you can see ash in the sky because the sky is kind of reddish. And I'll flip my camera around in a little bit, but I just wanted to do an introduction really quick and just say hi to everybody and just say our mission right now is just to kind of go over there and just see if there's anybody there that has a pet with them that may be experiencing some anxiety. So I I want to hand out some no more drama to those parents just so that maybe we can bring some ease to those pets right now during this time. I'm not sure what we're going to find right now because we're in the middle of the afternoon. The fire's still going. The clouds in the skies. Once I get a clear view of the sky, I'll flip the camera around so you guys can see it. But it's definitely a horrible time here in LA for not just the pet parents, but also for the pets. You can imagine what they're going through right now themselves. And so I'm trying to like one of the things I want to do is be sensitive to what's going on with everybody and not really intrude, but I also want to be able to, oops, sorry, getting my thing here. Sorry, guys, just getting everything set up. But I also, me, I love to take care of pets. And if there's an opportunity where I could be of service, I would like to be of service. And right now, I think it's just maybe potentially just to help the potential pets that may have had to evacuate as well and had the opportunity to evacuate, you know? So, I'm sure a lot of you have been watching the news and seeing the fires here in California. They're not too far from us. They're probably about 20 miles, anywhere from 15 to 20 miles from us. Um, but we definitely could see it in the sky. We could definitely see the smoke in the air. My chest is a little congested right now, and that's probably because of the smoke in the air. But let's just hope that, if there are pets there, we can actually offer a little relief of some calming to them for this traumatic time that they're going through right now. I am in my car, as you can tell, and I can't really see the comments from where my phone is right now. So I appreciate everybody being here. And let's see if we could go help some pets, right? Let's go see if we can like, if there's some pets there, let's add some calmness to them if we can. I'm sure a lot of people are still kind of like down at the foothills of the mountains, just waiting to get back in to see what's going on and see if their house is okay. Um, there was a mandatory evacuation of over 30,000 people last night. I'm sure they have evacuations in right now, mandatory evacuations. This is not the first time we've seen fires here in Los Angeles. It's not going to be the last time we see fires, unfortunately. Weather's just so dry these days. We, haven't, had much rain this last year in 24. I think in April was the last time we really had any significant rain. So the ground's super, super dry, and you see on the news how just an ember could just can light up a location or an area within seconds. And we see that all the time. I did check on my aunt who lives in Malibu, and she wasn't fooling around. She actually evacuated way before they're even asked to evacuate to go to she just evacuated to her son-in-law's real quick for the night just to get out of Malibu. She had lost her house in the Malibu fires, quite some time ago, but still it's just like it's such a traumatic situation to be in. And, hopefully all our pets are safe with them. People got their pets out. I don't know if you guys saw in the news yesterday, but there was this one guy that was downtown LA, which is a considerable distance from Pacific Palisades. And when he saw the fires, he jumped in his car and drove, and then he drove as far as he could to get as close as he could to his house. And then the streets were blocked. And then I guess somehow he rented a bike and then rode as far as he could, and I believe the fireman, helped to make sure that his pets were okay, but I hope he was able to get his pets out and he's safe right now with his pets. These little furry little monsters are our little family, and we want to make sure we take care of them along with ourselves. This is not to minimize what the parents are going through, but a lot of the time, in these situations, just as for kids, well, I was listening to a psychologist last night about how to explain this to kids, what to explain to the kids and how much to explain to the kids. But with our pets, we really can't explain much to them. It just hold them close and keep them close to us. But in these times, you can just imagine what your mind is doing and where your mind is at and your priorities. And so I thought, once again, I thought I'd just run over here really quick and see if anybody's here. And if they are, just pass out some love to the pets. Drivers. Hey, so I haven't really got a good, clear view of the sky over Pacific Palisades right now. And it's just because we're so low right now to the ground. And, but you can see, I'll flip around here in a second. So I think when I stop, I'll be able to maybe get a picture or two. But yeah, no, it's pretty frightening. I remember when I was a little kid, we had horses, and there was a fire where we boarded our horses at our friend's house, and we had to go there, and the embers were flying around us, and we were just you know getting all the horses out of the stables and loading them up as quickly as possible. Some of them we weren't able to load up because we ran out of space, so we were walking them down the street. And I think I was probably like, I don't know, maybe 12, 13 years old when that happened. And it was pretty intense, to be in that kind of environment with the flames around you and all the smoke and trying to breathe and think, what do you do next? What do you do next? What do you do next? So hopefully we can, shed some light here on what's going on. I'm trying to see here where we are going. So I may have to flip the camera around for a second so I can actually see where this place is we're going. I'm going to pull over for a second, guys, and we'll check out where we're going. So hold on, guys. Stay put. It may look like I dropped it, but I'm not going to drop it. I just want to let you guys know. I'm just going to check my map really quick. Okay. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I think I got that taken care of. Let me come back here. Let me go back here. I'm sure you guys can still see me futzing with my phone right now. And then let's go here. Okay, so we are 4 miles away from the evacuation center, so we're gonna go there right now. It's right up the road. Hmm. We're getting close. Hopefully we are. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pull over real quick so I can show you this shot right here, you guys. Hold on. Okay, guys. So here you can see, I don't know if you guys can see that in the background there, the fire going, the smoke above the RV there, above the fence. So yeah, so that's Palisades way over there in the corner. I hope you guys can see that. I didn't see a easy way for me to flip around, but let's see what we got here. Okay, I think we are here. Is it? Creation Center. So I think we're here. Let's see what we can find here. Okay, so it says we are here. So you see there's cars filled with tons of stuff and people walking around right now and just bringing some supplies for people. The Red Cross stuff is here. Let's see where we can park here. Yeah, the parking lot's actually really full right now. Interesting. Um, I think I'm gonna have to turn around and find a parking spot. Oh, this guy just got that one. Okay, here we go. We got some spaces right here. Great. Okay, we got a space here. Okay, so we are here. And then it's interesting. I wish I could turn my camera around, but with this streaming service I'm on, it's not letting me do that, which means I'll have to flip my camera around. Okay. Hi guys. Hey CD, CC, Kaya, CC. Hi guys. Hippie chicks. How's it going, guys? Hi Amanda again. Thank you for being here. Thanks for joining us. Okay, let's go see what we can find out here. Let's see if there's any pets here we can actually help right now. And we'll see what we've got going on here, you guys. I do have my bag of goodies here. You see that? All that. There's no more drama in there. There's some ouchie in there for pain in case any animal sustained any pain while they were evacuating. Hi, did you evacuate from the fires? Oh, you did? Okay, well, let me, I'm just handing these out right now. These are just for calming for pets that may have any anxiety through the fire and all that. So let me give your little guy one, okay? All right, yeah, it's all Eastern Chinese medicine. It's all natural. So they'll just help calm them down. Thanks. All right, thanks. Okay, here we go. Yeah, you see people here with their trucks filled with stuff. Hi, how are you doing? Good. Did you evacuate or are you just hanging? So this is for your little doggy, okay? This is for anxiety. This will help with their anxiety, okay? Say hi to everybody. Oh, look at their little, yeah, see? Oh, there she is right there. Look at her. Lily, hi, little sweetie. Hi, hi, sweetie. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that will help keep her calm, okay? You're welcome. You too. Okay, good. Yeah. So people, they did evacuate. They got their pets out, thank God, some of them. And then you get rid of this gum here. So oh, God. It's crazy how your emotions just get to you. Sometimes it's like it just hits hard. Okay, here's another person with their dog walking up. Let's go ahead and grab another one here. Hi, we're handing out the calming formula for pets during the evacuation. Okay, cool. Hi, little one. Yeah, there seems like there's a lot of volunteers here, which is great. There's a lady over here. Hi. I'm here handing out. Hi. I'm here handing out calming formula for pets. It's our all natural formula to help pets during this time. Thank you. Hi, sweetie. Hi, guy. Hi. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure, I mean, you could almost take it yourself, but yeah, here, let me give you another one because she's a big dog. So yeah, and it just goes by her weight, and how much you think she weighs? Well, she's on the fluffy side right now. She's on the fluffy side, right? She's like 85. Okay, so then what you'll do is right here. So you go ahead and give her the full thing. Okay, so here's two doses for you. Got it. Okay, like especially like at nighttime, if you have to rest or whatever, she's anxious and all that, give it to her, help her get through the night. Okay. You're welcome. Okay, guys. So I'll probably be tearing up here. I mean, it's so intense, when you're in this situation, you're actually here. It's like it hits you. It's like tears are just right here. You look at these parents and you look at her eyes, the lady I was just talking to, you can see she's been crying. So it's a whole process. Well, that's good, right? Yeah. Okay. So here we are at the center here. Wow. Look at this, you guys. And you can see they've got the television on here showing this. You've got people in here. People are bringing clothes. How beautiful. Look at this. Look at how beautiful this is, you guys. Oh my God. People can get food. They've got snacks. Oh, beautiful. So here I'm going to give, I mean, there's a lady here with a dog, so we're going to go up to her. Yeah, wow, huh? Yeah. I'm, I'm just filming myself. Here, I just want to give this to you. We're giving these out. These are for your pets. It's for calming. It's all natural calming formula for pets. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, this is all natural. So if you wanted something all natural, you can have it. Okay, perfect. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, well, that's good that she has that. All right. You're welcome. Okay. Yeah. So they're like saying no cameras in there, and I totally understand that. So so let's see what we can. I don't know where. Let's see if there's a pet section here. Oh, there's a guy down here with pet bowls, so we're gonna check him out. Okay, so it looks like they may ask me to put my camera off, which I will respect that if that's the case. But I know inside there was a bunch of beds set up, so I don't want to invade their privacy. But right here, okay, it looks like maybe this club right here. If I, oh yeah, see here. Okay, so we found the pet place. So now we're just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna see. I saw a guy here just a second ago. Oh, so here you can see in here, you guys, where they have the pets set up here. They've got all these cages here. So let's, and they even got their little dog names up there. So let's see how they're doing. I'm gonna go, I wonder if I can see if I could change my mic with this. Let's go here. Yeah, let's go. Okay, there we changed that so I could take these out. So I could just hear people better. Okay, so then let's go here. Okay, I'm back, you guys. So yeah, so they're really, and I totally get it that they don't want cameras around. So we're just gonna leave. We're actually leaving some of our no more dramas here for the pets that are here. They have a whole little section here of pets. So this is great that we're here. We're actually gonna be able to leave some of this for the pet parents here. Um, wow. It's pretty intense to be here to see this and to see the people reaching out like this and helping people and just sharing love. People, this is hard for people. This is hard for me, but it's like, I'm just affected just as a bystander, not as, a homeowner. And it's really just, it's an interesting, somber feeling. So I'm just gonna kind of like collapse my phone right now and just make sure I keep you guys on me. I'm gonna go ahead and take a bunch of this, put it in a bag here. Let me do this. Um,
Mm. Do all this together here. Okay, so there's this. Okay, so let's do this. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get something done here. Okay, so there, you guys, we're just leaving this like this so that they can have this. So we're here. Okay, so at least we got that done today, and that's here for them. And there's volunteers, and yeah, this is all right. Yeah, I'm just saying, so that, you know, as a pet owner or something like that, you know what it is. Okay. Yeah, because it just takes the edge off and it's on that side. Thank you. So here we are. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and respect. Yeah, my boss. Hi. How are you doing? Okay, well, we accomplished our mission today. We were able to drop off some formulas for the pets. I hope pets that need it will get it. And, you know, everybody, and like I was saying, this is interesting. Everybody's like on such high alert for the pet parents, which I totally understand. And they were just kind of like, you know, when I was trying to explain to the guy about, he's like, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. And I'm like, well, it should matter to the pets and the pet parents, so if someone wants it. But you see that, once again, exactly what I was saying, like the pets don't get the attention during this time because people are so concentrated on what's going on with everything else that, you know, the pets are just right beside them. And I just wanted to, there's a pet owner over here that I'm kind of going after right now. Well, hello there, mister. How are you? Hi, we're just passing these out during the fires for pet calming. It's all natural and all holistic.
Perfect.
It's Eastern medicine for pets.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Your website's right on here?
Yeah, our website's on there too.
All right.
And it's
you just scan everything nowadays, huh?
Yeah, you scan everything. But for him, how much does he weigh?
But he's 6 pounds.
Yeah, so you just do half, and there's 3 milliliters in there, so you got 2 doses in there. Just give half and half with, like in the evenings if he gets anxious or whatever like that. Just give it to him and it'll help him calm down.
Okay.
Okay. You're welcome. Okay, so wow. So I think what we'll do is we'll jump in the car and I'll maybe drive a little closer. This is the only location that I saw online that they have for evacuees to come to. And it's so beautiful because you see so many people here bringing food, bringing water, doing all this stuff for the people that had to evacuate. So I'm happy to be the one that brings something for the pets that had to evacuate. Go pets, let's help our pets, right guys? Because when we help our pets and our pets aren't as stressed out, hopefully that will relate to the parents a little bit and they don't get so stressed out during this time. Or just maybe takes a little edge off of them. Every bit helps. You know, I always say baby steps, and this is just a baby step to calmness right now. So you can see behind me, the smoke behind me in the sun, and how crazy it is. Here's another lady over here with her dog. I'll go ahead and hand her some as well. Cute little dog. You see these people are just driving out with their cars filled with stuff. Filled with stuff. Hello, Miss Pet Parent. We're handing these out for during the fire. We do Eastern Chinese medicine for pets, and this is our calming formula.
Oh, I don't need it.
Okay, okay.
Someone that needs it, because yeah, I just live around here.
Okay, I didn't know if you were just walking your dog from. Okay.
Hey.
Have a good day. People are just sitting in their car, and you can see they're stressed out. And just okay, so we're getting back in our car. Let me see if I could get us just in a close position where we can actually see what's going on. Okay. Well, you know, I always like to talk. Cancel. I always like to talk to the pet parents, but you know, this is like such a anxiety moment for all. It's just I'm just happy that we are able to bring that. Stick there. Okay. Yeah, the people next to me, they got their car packed up with their little baby. Oh my God, can you imagine? I can't imagine. You know, how stressful this moment is for so many people. And how many people want to be, we all want to be home, you know, and not to be able to be home has got to be so hard. You see more and more people coming. And I'm sure as the evening goes, it's going to get just a little more. When I see a lady up here, it's funny, this is how I am, you know, it's like I just want all the pet parents to have help. Here's a lady here. Oh my God. I saw a lady there. I saw a lady here walk up with her pet there. Yeah. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Oh my God, that lady was so sweet. She was like, oh my God, my little girl can use this so bad right now. So, that's what we're here for. It just hits you. Hits me. Oh my God. Okay, so we're back in the car, as you can tell. I'm just gonna drive just a little bit to the west so that maybe we can just see a little closer vision of just the sky. Anyways, hey, thank you guys all for being here today. I always love to bring you on my journeys with me and just, do good for the pets. And that was pretty intense, you guys. So I was saying earlier, like, during the Malibu fires, probably like over a decade now, my aunt lost her house. And it was interesting to see the evolution of the feelings with her when she would share them with me. Because, like, at first, of course, it was devastating and um, something that was never expected. And when the fires hit, they really didn't have much time to evacuate. And they just had to grab whatever. And it's just kind of like, it just kind of show you wherever you are, if you're in the Midwest where there's tornadoes or wherever the case is, whatever, natural catastrophes that can happen in your area, you just always like have, like, I even like it for us with earthquakes here in California, I have a place where I have a go-to, like, hey, if we have to evacuate or get out of our place for some reason, gas leak or whatever, we've got a bag that we can grab with all our personal important documents, our passports, our birth certificates, our marriage certificate. Yay! That's an important one. And just, and everybody should have that, just to be, because you never know when it's going to hit. You never know when it's going to hit. Even like with this, like, they were even prepared for this. You hear them on the news, and they were even prepared for this fire. They were down at the beach yesterday at early morning when the sun was rising, before the wind even kicked up, and they had fire, engines ready. They had all these people in there. They had all this stuff in action. But even no matter how prepared you are, it's still not an easy process. It's still, you can't be prepared enough. Um, so just walking into that center right there was so beautiful, and I didn't want to stay because they, didn't want the camera there, and so I was able to connect with the dog person, even though he wasn't that groovy. But I understand, it's not about me right now. It's about, helping others and getting everybody taken care of, the best way we can. So I'm gonna flip my camera around right now, you guys, just to show you what I see in front of me. Um, let's see here. I'm on this streaming site, so it's not letting me just flip like we normally can, but here you could see up in the sky there in front of us. We're kind of driving towards Pacific Palisades right now. We're probably a good 4 miles away at this point, but you can see, where the sky is blue and the clouds are above the buildings and all that, and that's where all the smoke is. We'll just take a little drive this direction to just see what we can find. Um, yeah. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You can see how gray thick. It's almost like a violet gray right now in the sky. Once again, chat, I don't have my camera actually facing me now, so I can't even see the chat, and I don't know why I can't flip this stream, but I guess it's just a streamer software issue that they don't have that ability just to flip the camera right now. So just show you where we are. You can see the clouds underneath the sun over there. It's just thick. Talking about, the no more drama again. You guys, I talk about the products all the time and how they help. It's just amazing how these formulas just work so well and how powerful they are. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see my live when we were at the Golden Globes the other day. on Friday, but it was really, usually I like, I always like to say, hi guys, it's Michael, we're here, and kind of give you a narrative of what was happening. But the moment I had my camera set up, I was getting ready to walk back and kind of walk into the shot, and all of a sudden you hear this girl. She's like, "Oh my God, you guys saved my life! You saved my life! You saved my life!" And then I finally turned the camera towards her, and it was like, so last, once again, I did the exact same thing during 4th of July. I go to the dog parks, and I hand out these pre-filled syringes with our formulas in it, called our travel sizes, to the pet parents. And you never know who's going to actually use it, or if they'll remember to use it at the right time. But this lady, you'll see on that live, and it's the last live that I did, you can see it, is that she was like so excited because she's like, "You guys saved my life, you saved my pet." She had tried everything. She said she tried CBD, she tried medication from her doctor. She even gave her dog CBD treats, which I'd be cautious about that. Just make sure that the THC level isn't super strong there, because that's not pets. It's not, it's good for a pet maybe in final stages of maybe having cancer or something like that, the THC. Um, but it's not something you want to give your pet all the time as THC. It's kind of like a drug. And oh, that's so sweet. Can you guys donate? Yeah, I mean, you guys, yeah, I mean, if you guys want to donate, the money that I get on this live, if you guys want to send me, you could go to my Venmo. Everything's depending on which channel you're on, you can go ahead and send it to one of my links, and I'll just put that into a fund, and I'll just pull those products out, the value of that, and actually donate them, continue to donate for the animals, because there is a place even in the valley, which is, in Burbank. And depending on how this goes, I was thinking maybe tomorrow, after I do have another live coming tomorrow. And tomorrow's live is going to be really fun. It's going to be on the live tomorrow I'm going to do, it will be on our Instagram page, Healthy Paws Herbals. So you can check it out there. But there was her name is April Diamond, and she's a singer. And she an animal advocate and loves animals. And when she saw us, she just fell in love with our formulas at the Golden Globes the other day, and she invited me to join her on a live chat. We were going to do it today, but we both kind of felt like this was more important than just talking about our products and our wellness for pets today. It's more of like, I wanted to do this, go to, these places and just help pet parents with the No More Drama. And she wanted to go to, she wanted to share with her channel, what's going on, because people kept asking her what's going on, because she is a celebrity and she does have quite a large following. So we moved it. It's going to be 2 o'clock Pacific time tomorrow. It's going to be on Healthy Paws Herbals, which is our our Instagram page. So you can check it out there tomorrow. Unless the fire gets out of control, we might both just delay that again, just so that we can, be here to support pets and all that. So I really, really appreciate everybody being here. Check that out. So I just see that we're gonna get into some traffic slowly here, but I'm gonna flip the camera around. I'm gonna look real quick, to see if there's a place that I could switch the camera, but it doesn't. It's interesting. I'm surprised that this doesn't have it. I'll tell you, sometimes, oh, no, I didn't do it. Sorry. Sometimes it's just like technology. I work with it all the time, and I still don't understand it sometimes. Thanks for being here, Amanda, Cosmac, Maureen. Hello. Yes, we're praying for everybody. You can see that they have the street closed off up here. Let's see if they're going to block us from going further. Uh, Yeah, we have a detour here, so we are turning around. So this is as far as we can get right now, but you can see in the sky once again the clouds there. They're consistent. They're lying low right now. Um, Earlier, I saw a big, white puff of clouds, which I believe is the steam from the fire, meaning that it was being put out. So hopefully they've got it under control at this point. You see they do have the streets closed off here. And now we're going to be flipping around here. And then you got these people behind us honking, honking, honking like we have any control over the traffic. Come on, guys. Where's your compassion, your love right now? Let's share it with everybody. It's everybody's road and everybody's trying to do the exact same thing and just be able to take care of people. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Okay, guys, so I think that's what we're going to be doing right now is we're going to go ahead as we sit here at the light. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to give me cancel. Feel free to shoot it out to me. Thank you for always. Oh, thank you. Okay, guys, I think I'm back. Okay. So, yeah, so something just happened. I don't know what happened. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, we're back. Um, okay, we're back. Thank you, Sandy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and head home now and kind of see what else I can do maybe later to help these pet parents if there's something I can do. Maybe I can actually come back to the location we were just at, just to maybe just go back in and just see how pet parents are there, and just maybe if anybody had any questions, see how I can maybe volunteer a little bit more there. But we will get through this. We always do. But anyways, back to my aunt about losing her house. So, it was interesting at the very end of the whole process, and after building their house and getting it, rebuilt and everything, it was interesting to see how her process of grief was going through different stages. And one of the stages, which I found was really interesting, was at the very back end of the experience for her, was that, she's older, and her and her husband love to collect things, and um, plates and all this kind of stuff. And so it's like it wiped out everything for them. And she said, you know what, actually the one good thing about the whole thing, if you're going to see if there's anything that was of value, was the fact that she felt like they had a chance to be rebirthed, and they got the chance to start all over again. And one of her most exciting things that she said she loved was the fact that all that clutter that they had accumulated during their lifetime of like just tchotchkes and plates and this and that and all that was gone, and they get to start over. And so it gave them a whole new perspective on buying a bunch of stuff. And she's like, we didn't need all that stuff, and all that stuff was just all throughout our whole house, and now it's gone. And yeah, there's some stuff that they really desperately miss, but there was like things that they didn't miss at all, and they were almost grateful that they didn't have it and they didn't have to deal with all that stuff. So it was an interesting perspective. And going to her house today, not actually today I went, but I'm just saying, when I go to visit her house is very minimalistic, and what's in her cabinets is exactly what she needs, plates and dishes and all that. And it's just not full of a bunch of stuff like she used to have. So I found that quite interesting to see that transformation of like, having gone through losing everything to rebuilding and starting over, and what her experience was and how she was feeling. And the fact that she felt it was kind of like a moment of being rebirthed was an interesting way to really find that alignment and accept what happened, and find what is a positive aspect of it all. And and through tragedy, sometimes there is that positive aspect. Unfortunately, we go through that tragedy, but sometimes on the other side of it, we've grown, we've expanded, and maybe we appreciate life a little bit more, and maybe we appreciate each other a little bit more. That's a big thing. Is like, I was talking to this girl today. She, she a fatty cat. Is that it? I think. But she has this cat that's like 15 years old, and the breed actually has this, the breed itself is prone to this, issue with their gut. And so she reached out to me to try it with her cat. And she was a little shy, and because I always like to talk to the pet owner and just see what's really going on, and see what's behavior the cat's having, or what are the side effects from this condition the cat's having and all that. And she was just like, and so finally I got her on the phone and we started talking. And it was so beautiful. By the time we got off the phone, she's like, oh my God, I was so afraid. She goes, every time I get on the phone with some people, that reach out to her, because a lot of people reach out to her because she has a big following with her cat. And she goes, every time they reach out to me, they're all these like crazy people. They want to sell me this, give me this and all this. And I'm like, no, I just want to take care of your pet. And she goes, I can see that. She goes, you really are genuine in what you do. And I said, yeah, that's why I started this mission, to find something that was holistic and that would work, unlike the Western medicine that we have been basically our only option for pets. And so she was like so appreciative at the end of it, and it was like really sweet. But we do get shy with people. We do have interpretations about something that happened to us in the past, and we bring that forward into different relationships, and even to people we've never met before. And to see her break through that, and she even spoke about breaking through it today with me. She was like, oh my gosh, she goes, I had all this like preconceived notion of like, she kept saying, I couldn't understand why you kept wanting to speak to me, why you were so adamant in wanting to speak with me. And I said, well, I just wanted to make sure that we were addressing your cat's issue. And her cat's name was Charlie. Hi, Charlie. Make sure Charlie had the right, we were taking him into the right wellness plan. And she was like, wow. She goes, I'm so excited we did talk. And so it's just, so these moments in life when we have these traumatic experiences, yeah, it can leave us with a bad taste in our mouth, or
or a bad experience. And, you know, as humans, we have a tendency to, you know, I know I do at times have a tendency to want to like bring that to my next experience without even knowing. You know, how many times have I done that where I brought an experience to, you know, gone into a new experience and brought an old experience into it without even realizing it. And so that, I think this is like, so, you know, so it's always nice to self-reflect and look back at our life and say, okay, what really am I bringing and why am I bringing it? And then when we really dig into it, we can see that it's an interpretation that we had from our past. And if we could get rid of some of those interpretations from our past and live in the current moment and live in this moment and create new interpretations of what's going on today with the people around us, we might find that we might open up space to have completely new experiences with new people all the time. You know, you guys hear me talk about this a lot, and I'm all about, you know, I'm always looking at myself, how I can better myself, you know, how I can understand myself more. And one of the things that is really interesting, I'll share this with you guys, as many as I was attacked by that sergeant, and I'm still dealing with the pain in my hip, and we're still trying to figure out what got injured, because there's still something that needs to be addressed, and we're still figuring that out. But during that whole process, in the very beginning, I had a lot of PTSD from that moment. And every time I would see a police officer, or anytime I would see, you know, or I hear a siren or something like that, without me even thinking about it, I just went into this anxiety, and I had lots and lots of anxiety. So I always say it's best that we have a team to help us through these moments. And so I built a team of mental wellness practitioners that actually helped me during this whole process. And something really interesting came up for me, and I'm going to share it with you guys, that I had no idea, you know, because I was, those of you who've been following me for a while, you've heard me talk about my life and how enchanting it's been and how magical it's been. And it's just really been magical. And I've always had like these magical experiences. But what's really cool is that through all these magical experiences, because I've allowed myself to not live in the interpretation that society gives us. You know, society, you know, our grandparents, our parents, the people around us, we all have interpretations of how to live life, or how we should live life, or the word should, what we think should be, what is should, you know, how should I live my life, or what should I do here? And growing up, I've never been that guy. I've always kind of like, when I was young, I was classified as ADHD. My parents put me on Ritalin at one point, and that kind of like flatlined me and took away my personality. So I refused to take it. But it's, so there is, and it's all about different chemicals in our brains that cause these different, ways of thinking sometimes. And so I've always been a little curious, just to always explore everything that's out there. And during this time working with this wellness team, I was working with a psychiatrist, and we were talking, and I was just kind of explaining about my life and how my life has been. And she came up with this term that I've never heard before. And it's really interesting because I've never heard this before. And I'm sure people have heard this before, but it's called neurodivergent. And it's a way some people are. And it's like, and so I looked it up and I started really diving deep into it. And it's kind of really outlines my personality of like who I am and how I behave and where I gather my interpretation on how I live. And it's like one of those things where I've learned not to like, say no to things, just always say yes to things, always, have compassion for other people and have compassion for myself even, which is sometimes I find is a little hard because I'm always like, you see me, I'm always about the other person and just making sure, people around me, because so many of us are misunderstood and so many of us don't really get to dive in to see who we truly are. And we do get caught up in that trap of being
surrounded by the interpretation of our parents and our grandparents, and we've lived that whole life with those interpretations. But today, I always tell people, I said, this is an opportunity, like even like me sharing this with you guys, is like today is an opportunity where you guys can actually look at, like, what's your interpretation of life? How do you live your life? Are you living your life to the fullest? Are you doing things that you love to do? And if you find yourself answering no to any of that, or even doubting any of that, take a look at like what you would really love to do in life. It doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are. It's really about putting your finger on the pulse of like what makes you happy and what brings you into alignment. And when you can do that and start to look at that, you can actually take this moment at this time in life right now and change your interpretation of like what life is and how it works for you and the way you want it to work for you, because you can have anything you want. You can do anything you want. And a lot of times we don't get to do things, or we don't allow ourselves to do things that we want to do because we are surrounded and wrapped so tightly in these interpretations that were handed down generation. So if you look back at, the 1800s and how life was back in the 1800s and the way people lived their life and the way they were structured to live their life and what was proper to do and what was not proper to do is completely different than what is proper to do today, or what we feel is kosher to do today. It's completely different. So those interpretations that have been handed down generation to generation over all these decades through family are kind of like outdated. If you really think about it, some of those interpretations don't really apply to today's time. I mean, if you look at especially circling back to, the children in Scientology and what's happened with them and how their parents, treated them, and the way Scientology treats them as adults in small bodies, and it's okay for them to be, approached by adults sexually, and it's not okay. It's not okay. They're kids. So it's just like, that's an interpretation that was like back in the 1800s. If you think about it, how many families were marrying off their kids really young because they couldn't afford it, or they're in the depression or something like that. And so they found a solution. It was like, let the kids get married early and all the child brides and all that. But, today, no, kids need to be kids, and so going back to just outside of that analogy is like, you guys, we ourselves, we need to be ourselves. We need to enjoy our lives. We need to do things that make us happy and put us into our alignment. And so we get that opportunity. So, if you're listening to this, think about this and just like, ponder on it. What interpretations have you been living your whole life on, like how life is supposed to be and what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do. And how many times have you questioned that? And how many times when you question it, you realize that that's not the way you want to live your life, or that's not the way you choose to look at a situation, because you choose to look at it a different way. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to have your own interpretation to life. So I challenge you guys to, to look at your interpretation and challenge your own interpretation and see where you can actually create new interpretations that give you even more joy in your life and allow you to do more things. Like, there's people like I love to paint, I love to do art, and that's something that I just I get to do. And when I was a young kid, there was times where I was told, oh, what are you doing? Why are you painting? Why aren't you out playing with kids? Or why aren't you doing this? I was doing what I wanted to do. I was doing something that made me happy. So, today's time, always look out for yourself and do things that make you happy, and find things that, that's been on your bucket list, or that maybe you never had on your bucket list and you want to have in your bucket list. Do it. Have fun. Break that boundary. Break that interpretation that was given to you by your parents, by your grandparents, and allow yourself the freedom to do something outside of the box for yourself. Think about it like that. It's like, we all kind of create these boxes that we live in sometimes, or a lot of the time, and sometimes we're afraid to get out of it because we're like, oh no, this feels so good, this feels so right, I feel comfortable here. But sometimes, stretching outside that box can bring you some pretty amazing moments and joy and surprises that you've never had before. So, wow, I didn't expect to go here, but I did. And I love going here. You know, I do. I love talking about life and, being in alignment and finding your alignment and just, you know, and accepting other people's alignment too. You have to think about that too. A lot of times we have a tendency to feel like our way is the highway, or our way or no, or the highway or whatever. It's like, no, allow people to have their space, allow people to have their freedom. As long as it's not harming anybody, as long as it's not harming kids or or others. It's like, try to be kind to people, try to be kind to yourself, and love others. And it's like, it's just, we're here for, I don't know, for a certain amount of time in this earth, this place we call earth. And so why not make it the best place possible for yourself, no matter where you are, no matter what's going on in your life. And one of the things too, I always say, sometimes we have hard moments, like this whole incident that I went through was, really hard for me with this, police officer attacking me. But, I'm getting through it. I feel my mind is in a better space now these days. And I feel like I'm able to get back to some of the things I used to enjoy doing with that I ended up finding myself running away from for a while because it was triggering me anxiety wise. But, these things do happen. And if we can break through them at the end of the day and continue to grow and expand, the beauty that's on the other side of it sometimes is pretty amazing for us, and there's big rewards there. And it's just to, for me to be able to have this wellness team and actually be able to share and hear this information that I've never heard before. And when I looked up neurodivergent, I was like, it just really it framed my lifestyle so much. It was like, I do have a magical life and I do get to do magical things, and I enjoy helping others and helping pets. That's been like one of my wonderful assets to my life. I was looking at my timeline. So they were asking me when I do this live, they're like, oh, tell us about how you came up with this idea to help pets. Where did it start? And I started doing went back to when I did that event in Malibu called Pause for the Planet. That was in 2005. So I started this mission to help pets in 2005, and it took me all the way to 2019 to find our partner, Dr. Kyle, who stumbled upon it himself with his brother's dog with his allergies. These formulas, and today these formulas are just incredible, and people are just so happy that we have created this other option for pet wellness. And for me, it's so rewarding to be able to bring this to life. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, when you really think about it, it's like, I brought something to the market that was never really there for people, and people have been looking for it. So it's like, it's so amazing to be able to do something like this in, at this time in my life, and be able to, like, step away from design a little bit and just step into the pet world and be able to, continue to contribute to the wellness of pets all around the world. And, a lot of times people ask me, do you ship, in Canada? Do you ship here? I was like amazed today. I actually had an order from a lady who was in Afghanistan at a military base, and she went ahead through our system, our shipping system, as she was checking out, and it actually printed the documents automatically for customs for her. So it's actually, we can ship anywhere in the world now. So if you're outside of the United States and you wonder if you could get our product, yeah, just go in and just, when you go through the shipping process, just select the shipping that's going to be best for you. And the system actually prints out the custom forms that I have to sign and fill out some additional information. But we were able to ship it off to her, and she's, helping her pet, there while she's in station,
yeah, in the army, or I think it was the army. I'm not sure what if it was Navy. I think it was the army, but yeah, the military. But it's like, we can help pets everywhere. So if you guys have a pet and you're outside of Los Angeles and outside of California and outside of the United States, guess what? We now have the ability to actually ship. It's actually built into our software. So um, super, super exciting. Okay, I wonder if I don't know, Sandy. I'll have to look into that. I've never heard that connection, but I can look. But you can actually Google that and see. But yeah, it's really interesting. And neurodivergent people are people, people that we know of, are like, let's say, like Elon Musk. He definitely is neurodivergent. You know, there is a level of like autism with it, they say, but it's really just we just we just look at life a little differently in the sense of like I've always like since I've been a little kid, I've always had that really detailed eye of like what when I walk in for design, when I look at a house, I can actually see what works and what doesn't work space wise. So it's like it's something that I was born with. It wasn't something that I went to school for. I didn't study, engineering, but people have asked me if I've gone to engineering school, and it's just the way my brain works. And so it is. It's just like we're all born with all different types of gifts, and when we can really hone in on the gifts and share them with the rest of the world, that's a beautiful thing. Really, Sandy, interesting. Yeah. Well, and they say the thing to do too is like find people that are like that and, hang out with them or start to listen to them or, get to know them, because it just allows you to it allows you to know yourself even more in ways that maybe you never even thought about knowing yourself. For me, it's really been a game changer, and it's not been long that I've looked at this. But when I was looking up the definition and I was looking up, how I behave, and I even like actually did this whole thing where I put into Chat GBT. If you guys don't know it, that's really great way of looking things up instead of just going to the internet. And I actually put in my life story, kind of like I described myself as a kid and what I went through and what I've designed and what it brought me to and all that. And it's just like it really broke it down, really interesting. So Sandy, maybe even do that for yourself, is kind of go into ChatGPT and just kind of describe your life and ask it to kind of like look at being neurodivergent and how it's like affected your life and what you've learned about yourself. And you'll be surprised on what you'll learn. Okay, guys, I'm home, so I'm going to jump off the live, but I want to say thank you for everybody for joining me today. Thank you for being here. If I see anybody donating any money, I'm going to definitely put that into a fund for, helping more pets with healthy paws and all that, so we can get more formulas out to them. Um, I really appreciate all you guys being here and all your support you guys always give. It's just it's pretty wonderful, you guys. It's pretty wonderful, and to be there today, just doing that, just that little brief moment, just makes a difference for one or two pets, and that's all we want to do is make that difference for someone, and when we can when we can keep the pets calm, hopefully that will help keep the parents calm a little bit and let the parents know that their pet's doing okay. Did I say that right? I hope I did. Anyways, okay, guys, thank you so much, Amanda. Thank you for being here, always doing what you do, and I really appreciate all my mods there, um, and just holding down the fort. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. I love you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful night. And if you guys are around, check out our Instagram page, Healthy Paws Herbals. Tomorrow, I think it's going to be around 2:30. I'll be doing the live there. So,
If you get a chance to join us, come join us. Come say hi, okay? I'd love to see you there. Okay, guys, have a beautiful night. Stay safe. Stay safe wherever you are in the world. And remember, challenge yourself and take a look at your interpretations and see, maybe there's an interpretation you want to change and add something new to your life. Have fun with it, okay? Okay, guys, bye.